Just these few days, I took small sabbatical from X and other social media platforms just to return back and find one of those children of roasted corn, particularly one of those AC chilling, wifey blazing, jollof steaming guys, dragging Obi's name through the mud. I've been a jollof stewing. And when asked to retract his statement, he has been running helter-skelter, escata from pillar to post, granting media interview, tweeting back to back. This is serious. I know you know who I'm talking about. Anyways, welcome back to the channel. If you have not watched that video on after AC chilling, wifey blazing, jollof steaming, where we examine the receipt of children of roasted corn before they actually ate corn, I'll drop the link so you can watch that video. Meanwhile, back to the topic. What actually happened to our own Deji, one of the die-hard fans of Mr. Obi, one of the hardcore followers of Obi? What exactly happened to him? Is it that he discovered that Obi does not give shishi, or what exactly? So today we are going to be examining the life of one of the children of roasted corn before they actually ate corn. You know him. Rent a mouth activist. I've been anywhere belle face activist. Let's dive right in. We are going to be looking at some tweets from Deji before he actually ate corn. Let's go. Aha! This is from Comrade Deji Adeyanju, and he says, Peter Obi is the kind of mentors we should always hype in this country, not clowns like Fashola, etc. Deji again, dear Peter Obi supporters, keep the fire burning. Still Deji again, dear PDP folks on social media are angry with those supporting Peter Obi because their votes are at risk. They feel threatened. Peter Obi is the best candidate in my opinion. If you disagree, that one na your problem. Peter Obi will do well on the ballot and even went ahead to do a video that even if he's drunk, he will pick Obi instead of the duel of Tinubu or Atiku. So what exactly happened to Deji?
The reason why there's hyperinflation in the country, the government is not just a huge joke. You know, the government, this government is not different from a military regime. If Tinubu is on the ballot, Atiku is on the ballot, Peter Obi is on the ballot, even if, and I don't drink alcohol, I've never drank alcohol in my life, even if, assuming without considering that I'm drunk, I will vote Peter Obi. The national commissioners and INEC are politicians. Take it to the bank. I'm the one. My name is Deji Adeyanju. I'm the one saying it.
So what exactly happened to Deji? Obi no give him shisha, been waiting. He has been running helter-skelter on X, claiming that Obi tried to bribe him. They gave him millions of dollars in brown envelope and he rejected it. This is serious. Of course, his mouth. He has been running his mouth on X and saying, let's look at some of the tweets recently. If Obi is able to win more than 2 states in February, I will forever respect him. And he did. So what exactly happened? And he refused to respect Obi. He has been dragging Obi's name through the mud. Okay? And as if that one was not enough, the man came out to say, just got this letter. No, before that. He says, I triple dare Peter Obi, your political god, to sue me if all things I have said about him are not true. Hey, Peter Obi just asked him to retract what he said. And this is what he said. Just got this letter from Peter Obi, the religious bigot, demanding a retraction from me. I laughed so hard. I can't wait to meet him in court finally. A fraud, parading himself as a messiah. The same guy called the great Sowore a blackmailer in chief. We served his little errand girl, Sarah, a letter to retract all her defamatory publications on Monday against my wife, and she ran to the leader of the mob for help. Can't wait to meet him in court. And I'm wondering, what exactly happened to Deji? And there are certain songs that comes to mind looking at this situation. A monumental case start to decrease. Oye na go shidu gbom kolomenta. Oh, kolomenta. Ara dinu di ara dinu di ara. And Deji has been running helter-skelter, okay? And when Sahara reporters quoted one of his tweets that Obi offered him money and he rejected it, and he came out to deny again and explain. I said, you will explain, Taya. This is what he wrote. Okay, let's look at the initial tweet. To the supporters of Peter Obi saying, I got alert. That is why I am now criticizing him. About this English meal. But let's just continue. We understand what he was trying to say, Sha. Go and ask him. I met him recently. English, they choke me here. He offered me money and I rejected it. I told him money has never been my problem and can never be my problem. Confidence. Now we even suppose bring money to support people. And then Sahara reporters quoted, Peter Obi offered me money to support him and I rejected it. Adeyanju Lamba, supporters of Labour Party's presidential candidate, who accused him of psychophancy. Sahara reporters. And Deji came to quote this particular tweet saying, this is not what I said or meant. Simply responded to some of his supporters in anger who accused me of getting alert to criticize him. The goal was simply to say that not all who criticize your preferred candidate are doing that because of inducement. Wonders. You go court, go explain that one. Do I need to explain to you, Deji, that as a lawyer that you are, you cannot probate and reprobate at the same time? Do I need to remind you? Anyway, I'm going to be pulling up that particular video where he went to Arise News
Channel
shouting
News
that Obi is a fraud. Obi offered me money and I rejected it. Of course, I refused it. He gave me brown envelope. And the same him is coming to X to say that, that is not exactly what I said or what I meant. I beg, stand one side. Don't speak from both sides of your mouth.
I said 5 pages long. Lots of things said, but let's just start by saying this is not in court yet, so we can discuss this. What exactly is your grouse against Mr. Peter Obi and the obedience?
Yes, so in the wake up to the 2023 general election, because I'm not political, I'm just expressing my thoughts about why the opposition should come together and unite against the criminal APC and roguish APC government that always rig elections. That if the opposition is divided, that there's no way they can win. I was just expressing my political thoughts and views. The idea of the Obi candidacy excited me, and I said, but that he needed the buy-in of Atiku and Kwankwaso. I even urged Kwankwaso to deputize Obi. I urged Atiku to step down for Peter Obi, and all that. So in the process of that analysis, just expressing my views, I also said the fact that Atiku has been running for president in perpetuity, that he cannot continue to run. I was just expressing my views as a Nigerian. So then Peter Obi all of a sudden started trying to reach out to me to meet me. But at that time I was out of the country. I think I was in Dubai or somewhere. But he was persistent in reaching out to me, and I was avoiding him. But I didn't want to see him because I didn't want it to look like, because I've expressed my views, which seems to be like almost in his favor, he now wants to see me and corner me to be one of his supporters. But I don't want to support any position because I'm not partisan. Because some people had already started even resigning from activism and joining him. You know, so I didn't want to join his bandwagon, but I was excited by the idea of Peter Obi because, of course, Southeast have not produced a president in a very long time, except after post-independence anyway. So I was excited. So subsequently, I made some further views, and this time around, he was more persistent. So one of his aide, a journalist, reached out to me. So we subsequently met, and I said yes. He commended me for some of my views and all that, and said that it would be exciting to work together. I said, I'm not working with anybody. But I now made some observations about the things that he has been accused of doing in the past. Corruption. Sarah reporter reported the story where his staff was caught with money. He tried to explain it, but I was not satisfied. Then I also raised the issue about these issues of him using state resources in Anambra to invest in his family business. His explanation to me in his defense was that he had resigned from the company before he became a governor. I was flabbergasted. I couldn't just wait to get up to leave the place. I'm like, how can a man that wants to be president of Nigeria not see the clear abuse? You understand? That he has abused his office to do such a thing. He was justifying it. He didn't see anything wrong in it. I was completely disgusted. So eventually, I didn't want to disrespect him, so I wanted to leave. And then he got into, because we're like in the living room, it's like a suite. Then he got into a room and said, oh, please, he's coming. That he wants to go inside the room and he has something for me. So he brought one envelope or something like that. And said, no, this is just a small thing. It's just for coming, blah, blah, blah. I said, I laughed. I said, that means you don't know me. I said, and you are friends with Mimiko, former Governor Mimiko and others. There are people that I was close to. You will have asked them about me. If we do anything, it's because of conviction. It's even me that will bring out of my money and support you. You know, so he kept insisting that it's not like that. It's not what I'm thinking. I said, God forbid. I left. So, however, I never revealed what happened to anyone. So I remember vividly. He went to, was it Egypt, to inspect some power or something. At the peak of the Ekiti election, when his candidate in the Labour Party was running. So I criticized and said, you should be in Ekiti and not in Egypt. And I said, because you want to be president, you must go and campaign for your candidate and try to win. Man, his aides, some of these young boys that are around him, started insulting me that the reason why I'm criticizing him now is because that I was saying that he was okay, he was good. That the reason why I'm criticizing him now is that I brought a proposal to him and I demanded, is it 200 million or something? And that he told me that. I said, me? And these are his close aides. So they started doing that. So I said, oh, because I had observed the pattern about them, that they terrorize people online, insult people, slander people. His mob, his obedient mob, were practically uncontrollable during the last election. So I said, okay, so these people do not even want dissent of any kind of criticism of their candidate of any kind. I said, okay, I'm not going to even leave Tinubu alone and now face them. Because we cannot have a situation in our country or in our polity where political extremism becomes the order of the day. And Nigerians are living witnesses to the things that eventually happened to the build-up of the last election. We have never had this kind of toxic political experience. Aside the Buharis, after the Buharis, the obedient mob is the most toxic political movement that we have ever witnessed in this country. They threaten Supreme Court judges, Court of Appeal Court judges, threatening artists, threatening Professor Wole Soyinka, insulted everybody in this country because of Peter. And so, what are the things I said? Everything I said is true. In a civil suit or criminal suit of defamation, justification, truth is a defense. What are the things I said? I said he's a political fraud, that he's parading himself as a messiah. Of course he is a political fraud. Didn't he swear that he will never leave Abga? That any day he leaves Abga, let something which I won't want to say on TV. Then he left Abga. The only thing that I forgot to say, among the things that he should now add to his defamation suit, is that he's a political prostitute. Hobnobbing. And look at what he said about the people that he wanted to defeat in the last election. He said they operate a structure of criminality, but today he's with them. He has one leg in PDP, they are discussing with him, another leg in ADC, and he's still a member of Labour Party. Confused politician. So he should do his worst.
You cannot probate and reprobate at the same time. I leave you with this adage. The death will go kill dog, not they allow and hear the whistle of an owner. Continue what you are doing. For those who are busy shouting, Obi should not sue him. Obi should not do this. He should not do that. Obi should not do this. Obi should not sue him. Obi should give peace a chance. And this and that. This is the same Deji that says, I triple dare Obi to sue me. So what exactly do you guys want? For me, Obi should sue him. Yes, let them use them as scapegoats. So that you learn to put your money where your mouth is. Or put your mouth where your money is. Exactly. Today we have examined one of those children of roasted corn. Before and after he ate corn. Let's get your thoughts on this. See you around. I know you missed me. I equally missed you guys.